This Flow with Adee flow is sponsored by Purple Carrot. Purple Carrot is a meal delivery service that helps you eat more plants and try new recipes. Don't worry, I tested it out for you all, and the recipes are fun and easy to follow and really good too. All of the meals are 100% plant-based. And Purple Carrot now offers meal choice. You can choose between 3 different meal plans each week. The options include quick and easy, high protein, and chef's choice. Find out more at www.purplecarrot.com. Let's get flowing. Begin in a seated position on your knees. Bring attention to your breath and your body as you close your eyes and tune in. Gently press your chest forward and round back. Press forward, round back. As you press forward, pull your shoulder blades together and take a deep breath in. And as you press back, round your upper back and exhale. Continue at your own pace. Take even deeper inhales and stronger exhales. On your next inhale, hold your chest forward. Take your right hand to the ground as your left arm reaches up and over. Then swing through center and switch sides, your left hand to the floor and your right arm up and over. Continue moving to each side at your own pace. It may feel a little bit like a dance, and that's the point. Have fun with it. If it's uncomfortable for you to be seated on your knees here, feel free to take any other seated position that's comfy to you. Return to center. Take your hands back to the tops of your thighs. Bring your knees slightly wider. And pull your shoulder blades together. Inhale, press your chest forward. To the left, forward, and to the right. A little bit of chest isolations here. Forward, left, forward, right, forward, left, forward, right. Make the movement as big as you can. It's all right if your hips move as well. Left, forward, right, forward, left, forward, right, forward, and left. Begin to expand on this movement. Draw a large circle, whatever that means to your body, to the left. So you're moving left, back, right, and forward, smoothing out that circle motion. Gently switch directions, moving to the right, back, left, forward, and around continuously. Bring yourself back to center. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward. Bring your knees wider for a wide-kneed child's pose. Bring your forehead flat down to the mat or to wherever is comfortable. Lift your chest as you straighten your arms and press your palms firmly into the mat. Then weave your left arm underneath so that your left shoulder comes down and you can look up towards the ceiling. Return to center. Take that twist in the other direction with your right shoulder down, looking up towards the ceiling to your left. Return to center. Walk both hands over to your right side so that you feel a stretch along the left side of your body. Lift your upper body and walk your hands even more to the right for an even deeper stretch. Hold for a moment, then walk your hands slightly over to the left and sink back into your child's pose. You should now be feeling a stretch along the right side of your body. Lift your upper body, walk your hands slightly more to the left for a deeper stretch. Hold for a moment. Then return to center, make your way into a downward facing dog pose. And take a moment to melt into this pose, get comfy, stretch out your hamstrings, press strongly through your palms and your shoulders here. Lift your heels, straighten your legs as you walk your feet all the way up towards your wrists, as high up as you can. Hold for a moment. Then walk your feet back into downward facing dog. Once you make it there, lower your heels. Then lift them right back up. Repeat that. Keeping your legs straight, walk your feet up to your wrists. Hold for a moment. Then walk your feet back, downward facing dog. Drop your heels, feel a calf stretch. And repeat, lift your heels, straighten your legs, tiptoe all the way up to your wrists. This time, drop your heels. Come to your fingertips. Relax now. Take your hands at opposite elbows. Allow your upper body to hang and relax. A slight bend in your knees to take place. Shake it all out. Toe heel your feet just wide of your mat for a wide-legged forward fold. And go ahead and shake it out however you like into this posture. Take your hands to the floor. Find stillness for a moment. Toe heel your feet back to a narrow-legged forward fold. Then make your way back to your downward facing dog. Lift your heels and tiptoe all the way up to meet your wrists. And repeat. Walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Drop your heels for a moment. Then tiptoe your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Repeat one more time on your own time, then meet in your forward fold. Drop your heels, drop your head, reach for opposite elbows, and shake your upper body out side to side. Find stillness, reach for your ankles and hold there. Go ahead and toe heel your feet wide, hold your wide-legged forward fold. Bring attention back to your breath. Close your eyes and tune in. Bring your hands to your ankles if your flexibility allows. Take a deep breath in, and with your next exhale, pull yourself closer towards your legs or towards the floor. Walk your hands forward, walk your feet in. Then keep your left leg forward, lunge your right leg back. Straighten both legs as best you can. Bend your left knee, lunge forward, and then straighten the left leg. Bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Continue. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Hold there with both legs bent. Drop your right knee or your back knee to the floor and come up into a kneeling lunge. Working on pelvic tilt here. Engage your lower abs, tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your glutes, and then relax, arching your back. Practice this movement, and you'll notice as you engage your abs, tuck your pelvis under, and squeeze your glutes, you should feel a deeper stretch along the hip flexors on the right side. Continue at your own pace, taking this time to build awareness with your body. Remember to breathe. Bring your right hand to the floor, your left hand up towards the ceiling. Straighten your back leg and begin to pulse your hips towards the floor. Continue for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your back knee all the way down. Then take your left hand to the inside of your left knee to open your hip on the left side. Release your hand, then toe heel your left foot across center, set up for Pigeon Pose. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath, and if your flexibility allows, bring yourself down to your forearms. If you like, add a slight rocking motion side to side to deepen the stretch. Sit back up tall in your pigeon, then press into your hands. Bring both knees back into a narrow-kneed child's pose. Come through downward facing dog to your forward fold. Then keep your right leg forward, extend your left leg back, straightening both legs. Bend the front knee, lunge, and straighten. Lunge, straighten. Lunge, straighten. Lunge, and straighten. Continue here at your own pace. Next time both knees are bent, hold there, drop your left knee down. Come up to a tall kneeling lunge, both hands on your hips as you begin to arch your back. Then engage your abs, tuck your pelvis under. Tilting your pelvis forward and back. Continue this at your own pace. As you engage your lower abs, also engage your left glute. This should intensify the stretch on your left hip flexors. Take your left hand down and your right hand up. Lift your back leg, then begin to pulse towards the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently drop your left knee or your back knee all the way down. Take your right hand to the inside of your right knee. Open up your right hip. Then bring that knee back to your midline and across to the left for Pigeon Pose. Sit up tall. Then come forward to your forearms. If your flexibility allows, hang out in the stretch here. Again, also an option to rock gently side to side. Draw both knees back towards one another. Sink into your narrow-kneed child's pose. And keep your back rounded as you come all the way forward. Then drop your thighs, your hips, your belly, and your chest all the way down to the mat so that you're lying on your belly. Reverse that press into your hands, round through your spine, and sink your hips back towards your heels. Coming forward. And back. Creating a wave in your spine as you come forward. And back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. And hold. Press into your hands, find a cobra pose. Ensure that you're engaging your abs to protect your lower back. And rock a little side to side if that feels all right. Lower your chest, then bring your hands wide, press back up into your cobra, looking over your right shoulder, then your left. One more time, right shoulder and left. Find center. Walk your hands gently forward. Continue to press your shoulders down and away from your ears as you take some small pulses into your upper thoracic spine. Pulse, 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 and pulse. Lift your hips, sink back into that narrowed knee child's pose. Return back to center. Begin to work your way into a frog stretch, taking your knees wide at a 90-degree angle. And come onto your forearms or your palms, whatever is most comfortable for you. Just take a moment to really tune in, focus on deeper breathing, and allow your body to relax. Allow your hips to sink closer towards the mat. As the muscles of your inner thighs and your groin lengthen, allow your knees to come further apart from each other and allow your forehead to come closer towards the floor. Wherever you are, walk your hands, your elbows over to the right side. And walk over to the left side. Bring yourself back to center. Gently release out of your frog stretch and come up to seated on your knees. Go ahead and watch this movement first as I rock myself over to the right side and over to the left. Notice how my foot is flat on the floor and my knee is out at an angle to the side. Go ahead and follow me and move at your own pace if you need to. Right and left. Right and left, right and left. Go ahead and release into a standing wide-legged forward fold. Keep your legs as straight as you can. And begin to rock your hips just gently side to side. You should feel a slight extra stretch in the muscles of your groin, your inner thighs, and right at the attachment of your hamstring. Walk your hands over to hug your right leg. And over to hug your left. Return to center. Walk both hands over to the right side, drop into a lunge, then over to the left side, same thing. Feel free to watch on screen and try for yourself, right and left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Return to your standing wide-legged forward fold. Then come into a lunge position on one side, straighten out that front leg. Now is time where we start working on our splits. So always modify as you need and just take this one stretch at a time. Breathe and tune into your body. So in this low lunge with the front leg straight, begin to work on squaring and opening your hips. Now you'll notice when your hips are square because the stretch on the hip flexor will be much more intense on the back leg. And the stretch itself should feel much easier when your hips are open. Open and close. Good. Sit down into the hip of the front leg. Straighten the back leg as much as you can. So this is what your open split will look like. And either choose to stay here or roll over so that you're squaring off your hips and facing the front leg, coming into a square split. So elevate yourself using your hands or your hands on blocks, whatever you need, and begin to sink into your split with one leg forward and one leg directly behind you. Take your time here. If you don't quite have your splits, that's all right. Stay in that low lunge position and continue to stretch your hamstring and your hip flexor. If you do have your splits, I'll show some variations on screen that you can play around with. Go ahead and come on out of your splits. Bring yourself so that one leg is straight directly in front of you and the other out to the side wherever is comfy. Reach your arms up and stretch directly over the hamstring of that front leg. Hold here. Now go ahead and lift up, straighten that back leg, and begin to rock forwards and backwards, working on opening and squaring the hip a little more. When you're ready, return back to your square split. Walk your hands forward over that front leg. Hold and breathe. If you'd like here, it can be beneficial to add that rocking motion back in, the slight left to right to work into the hip flexor of that back leg. Walk your hands over to the right side or the opposite side of your front leg. As you hold here, you're stretching a slightly different angle of your hamstring, which may feel easier or more difficult depending on how you usually stretch. Go ahead and lift up. Return back to your wide-legged forward fold, and then over to your other side so that we can work into your split on your other side. Come back into your low lunge with your front leg straight and work on squaring and opening your hip on this side. Keep that front leg straight as you sit down into your hip. Work on your open splits here. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll forward into your front splits on your other side. And when you're ready, square off your splits. Roll into your full square splits on this side. Hold and breathe or work into the stretch however you need. Set yourself up for that hamstring stretch on this side. One leg directly in front of you, the other out to the side. Reach up and then directly over your hamstring. Hold here. Sit up tall, straighten the back leg as much as you can, then work on squaring and opening your hips in this open split. Then return to your square split, hold here, and continue to work on your split or play around in the position here. Bring your hands down to the floor, then walk them to the opposite side of that front leg extended. Hold here to stretch a different angle of your hamstrings. Return back to your split for a moment. Then go ahead and release back into your wide-legged forward fold. Keep your heels down. Lower into a yogi squat or malasana pose with your elbows to the insides of your knees. Then take your hands behind you, set yourself up for a straddle pose. This will be the final pose that we work on in this stretch series, finishing off, of course, in a middle split. Walk your hands forward into your straddle, hold there. Walk your upper body over to the right side. Maybe you take your hand to your ankle to help turn your foot out and avoid it collapsing in towards the floor. Then walk your hands over to the left side. Hold there, maybe with one hand on your ankle. Bring yourself back to center, sit up tall, bring your legs out as wide as you possibly can, and begin to make some slight twists just side to side. Set yourself up for middle splits if your flexibility allows, and begin to work into your middle splits. Take your time, breathe deeply, and relax here. Bring yourself back to seated up tall. Gently pull your knees together. Then bring yourself down to lying flat on your back. Keep your feet wide and allow both knees to fall over to the right side. Come through center, let your knees fall to the left. Return to center, take one big final stretch, whatever you choose. Then pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Take a moment to thank your body for everything it does for you and everything you put it through. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Namaste.